Good morning and welcome to Smart Business Strategies. I'm Anna Wilds, the franchise economist. I'm delighted to have you join us today. I have special guest Devin Schaefers with Bright Brothers, and I can't wait to introduce him to you. Welcome, Devin, to the show.
Hey, Anna, how are you doing? Thanks so much for having me on today. Excited.
I know. I'm excited for you to share the story of Bright Brothers. All right. So start us off by telling us a little bit about you and Bright Brothers.
Sure, absolutely. So, I have been in the industry for a little while now, and, I kind of cut my teeth on the used restaurant equipment industry. So that's, owner operator, kind of started that up. And then now I own a few businesses out here in West Michigan in the health and fitness world. So that's kind of, my forte, and obviously service-based businesses is right in my wheelhouse. So love to do this stuff. Bright Brothers has been amazing to work with. And I live out here with my beautiful wife, Lauren, and my baby, Tommy, and we got another little boy. So we're excited about that too. So, but Bright Brothers is the most exciting part about this for sure. They are an amazing company, exterior washing and holiday lighting company, year-round services that you can offer. And it really allows you to kind of keep and stay on the labor portion of things. And, a lot of different offerings that everybody really becomes a customer with. So super exciting. And then in addition to the fact that we're partnered with Contractor Nation, which is the most exciting part about this. So excited to talk to you more about it.
Yeah, so I do share with the audience about Contractor Nation and what a big deal it is that Bright Brothers is yet their latest offering of their.
Yeah, so they have an extensive background in the home services spaces, and Larry Janeski is the biggest part in it, right? So the key factor in this, right? A self-made billionaire with organization.
Billionaire with a B.
Yeah, so he's got basement systems, the gutter shutter, closed roofing systems, Dr. Energy Saver, School of Entrepreneurship, obviously Bright Brothers, and several others that are under this umbrella. Almost 600 folks in the organization.
That's amazing. And so it's a dealer network that's been around for a long time. It's got a proven track record in home services with a bunch of different brands. And now it's offering its first franchise. It comes from the dealer network, as you said. But now Bright Brothers is their first franchise offering. So tell us what makes Bright Brothers unique or different when it comes to home service franchises.
Yeah, so really just kind of going back to Contractor Nation, right? So that's the biggest portion of this thing. And the reason why it is because they have a 500,000 square foot training facility up there in Seymour, Connecticut. They literally build houses, tear them down, get them dirty, clean them. They R&D all of their products, so they're inventing new products constantly, and that is the way they like to do things. They're contractors, they like to build things, they like to get their hands dirty, and that is the support that you're going to have. In addition to, Larry being essentially the Tony Robbins in this space, like he is an amazing character, the best guy on dirt in his age with motorcycle riding. He's unbelievable. And truly an influential figure, like the most accomplished person in the space bar none. Started at like 19 years old. He didn't build houses, but he said he did. And he got a lot of jobs building houses, grabbed some friends and some relatives. And that's how he got started. And he was building houses like crazy in the housing boom. And then, from there it just kind of grew. And then one of the houses he built had a leaky basement. And then he figured out how to solve that problem. And, that's the origin. So.
Well, what I really love about Contractor Nation is not just the proven business model with all the different contracting services already in place, but also the systems and the training and the support coupled with those proven business models. And all that is now incorporated into Bright Brothers. So that is pretty amazing. Now, you talked about getting hands dirty. So I want you to clarify, is that the role of a Bright Brothers franchisee or business owner? Are they supposed to get their hands dirty? What do you say about that?
Before we get there, I'm not doing Pat Clark enough credit because he is the other portion of Bright Brothers. So, I do want to talk about Pat for a quick second, kind of before we talk about that, if you don't mind.
No, I think he's an important part of this.
He's huge. I mean, and he is a monster in the space, right? So really kind of took the soft washing, which is, pressure washing is kind of your typical washing model that people have gone off of. But this soft washing is really, it's spectacular because it doesn't damage the houses. It also, it'll clean them back to its original shape, but it's also kind of like a mold company really for that algae and mildew stuff. On the roof too, so it actually lasts like 6 to 9 times longer than your traditional pressure washing, and it's not going to rip the granules off the roof, which isn't good for your roof, and all of those different sorts of things. So Pat is started with Precision Pro Wash and has grown the dealer network in Precision Pro Wash across the country too. So that's essentially the partnership that you're getting. And we haven't even talked about Pat Clark's sales booths, which people have paid thousands and thousands to go see him speak, and his sales systems and those sorts of things too. So it's all of those things partnered together. So I didn't want to do him a disservice, and definitely want to get to your other question. So
okay, so the two brothers, we're saying brothers because they're not blood brothers, they're business brothers.
Exactly.
He's got Larry, who grew Contractor Nation.
Yeah.
And then he partnered with Pat, who has this. All right, this is what I love. So Larry, Contractor Nation, brings entrepreneurship school to it. Then you have Pat, who brings sales training to the Bright Brothers, as well as the industry expertise in soft washing. Is that right? So what a great marriage, huh? A partnership.
Exactly right. And it definitely takes a little bit to get the bigger picture, but you nailed it right on the head. So you're really bringing the masterful kind of building and support system of Contractor Nation into Pat Clark's expertise in this field, as well as his sales training. So you're really it's just like this conglomerate of the camp root system. So that's really the origin of it. So, and then kind of going back to your question that you had asked before, like, do you need to get in there and be a blue collar individual and get your hands dirty in order to be an owner of this thing? Like, absolutely not. We love gritty. We love people that are going to work hard to get in there, and blue collar folks are going to be successful in this as long as they can kind of step into this thing and be a member of a system and a team, right? Because we have everything that you would possibly need from any background. Like, say you have a sales background. Well, we'll teach that other stuff, how to hire the right person to be on the truck, how to do those sorts of things. There's opportunities. And I think what you say is managed managers, right? So more of that semi-absentee managed managers more so, or the owner operator, where you can kind of go in and you can be on the truck, you can be the main sales guy, you can do the financing. And so folks of all backgrounds will have a ton of success as long as they're willing to learn and they're gritty and they're able to kind of step into a system.
So when you say gritty, I take that to mean they're self-motivated, they drive results, they're not going to call in sick. They're driven individuals. Is that what you mean?
Structure behind you with the marketing too. I mean, we haven't even talked about Treehouse marketing. So Treehouse is an extremely, you don't see it in franchising very often, but what Contractor Nation has done is built their own marketing company. So they have 150 employees, and it's called Treehouse Marketing because they're literally
150 employees just in the marketing.
Yeah. And they have their own, music studio and film studio in there. They generate all their leads. They're working out of a treehouse. They're contractors. They built a treehouse, and they all work out of there. There's water droplets that come from the ceiling when leads come in. It's a special place, and you can really see that and feel that when you get up there in Connecticut.
Well, it sounds fantastic. All right. So the role of the owner, it can be owner operator, get your hands dirty, or it can be someone from the corporate world who is used to leading and managing teams. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. And the School of Entrepreneurship is really, kind of will pick up where you left off, if you will. So if you essentially have blue collar folk, the only thing that they've done is really work for somebody, under somebody, doing that sort of work. Well, the kind of design of the whole thing is to get you from that position, maybe working the truck, and making yourself, like I said, your own CEO. So you're not having to work these crazy hours and do 100 things at once. It really trains you how to run and manage your own company. So eventually it's getting to that place eventually, but you can also come in there and hire that out with our help as well.
Sounds like a really amazing opportunity. So regardless of your background or skill set, you've got them covered. It's what it sounds like. So this is a common misperception many people have. So do you have to have any particular experience or background to be successful as a Bright Brothers franchisee? Do you have to come from construction or home services or the trades?
No, we actually have somebody in finance, that has come in and become successful. And our COO is a finance guy, and he's running Bright Brothers himself. So no, not at all. I mean, you just need to be able to get in and hop into a system and be open to make adjustments and those sorts of things. I mean, the resources behind you are second to none. And the beautiful thing about this, and I'm sure we'll get there, but want to make sure we don't miss it, is the holiday lighting and the gutter portion of this, right? So we can double and triple dip our clients, kind of as we're working in. So it really allows us full year of services, and you don't have to slow guys down, especially in cold weather state. You don't have to slow employees down in the cold weather and stuff like that. We actually pick up with the holiday lighting stuff. So, which is a booming industry that's growing year over year. And if you look at today's, the folks that are coming up, the younger folks and the folks now, they simply don't want to get outside and put their Christmas lights up anymore, just as much as they don't want to get outside and clean their house. And, this is going to continue to grow as people want to stay inside and do less, and I really think, sadly, honestly, that our society is kind of trending that way. And this is a way to honestly capitalize on that through kind of being the opposite, being gritty, hardworking, and taking care of those things that other folks don't want to.
Well, this leads to the next question, which is, this podcast is called Smart Business Strategies. So what I heard you just share is that a smart business strategy of Bright Brothers is to have multiple income streams. So you do gutter cleaning, you do soft wash cleaning, or pressure, well, it's not pressure washing, it's soft wash cleaning, exterior cleaning, and then what's your third?
So it's the gutter lighting,
holiday lighting, and then holiday lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just highlight for the audience the benefits of coupling a seasonal business with basically another seasonal business. You alluded to it earlier. It had to do with the labor. You can employ your labor year round, right? You can keep your members. Right.
Yeah, that's a huge factor. And really what you're looking to do is so the way that we do our mapping in our territories and stuff is based off of like income, like household incomes. So we pick middle upper class as a base level. And then we kind of work from there. So it's really like a keeping up with the Joneses type thing, right? You get in some of these nicer neighborhoods or your HOAs and stuff. We like to keep it tight and trim and all like uniform and stuff. So you're getting in there and you can give, whether you're cleaning their house or putting lights on their home, it's really like, oh, what are they doing right there? And it really is a snowball effect, right? And if we have a 5 years of cheer plan, so you can go in there and right away, you have holiday lights and stuff set up for 5 years. And now you have a contract right there, where you can double dip a house for the next 5 years. So that's all kind of the goal, is to get those contracts in place and get those things set up to where you're going to work your tail off at first, as you should in any new business, right?
Right.
After you're getting that stuff set up, and after that stuff is set up, then you can really rely on your recurring, income every year.
All right, Devin, we are out of time. So if someone wants to learn more about Bright Brothers, what do you recommend they do?
So, I mean, we have been working with Anna now on this for a while. So Anna has been wonderful. She's been doing this for quite some time, 20 years, almost 20 years she's been in this industry. So she's been absolutely wonderful to work with. She is an expert, and she has been, really making sure that she puts her clients, wants and needs at the very top and fits them with the right thing. So if she deems that Bright Brothers is a good fit for you, she would be a wonderful person to go through.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Devin. And thank you for being here. Yeah. Audience, this is Devin Schaefers with Bright Brothers. You really shared a lot. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, Anna. It was a blast. Appreciate it.
It was fun. And audience, be sure to come back next week at 11:30, next Wednesday at 11:30, where you're going to hear about a unique boutique. I mean, it's really eye-opening. I learned a lot. It's both owner-operator and semi-absentee or manage the manager. You're not going to want to miss it. Please make it a priority to be here. See you next week. I'm Anna Wilds, the franchise economist.